Hello class, this is me, Mr. C, and today we are going to be drawing shapes. We're going to be turning something that is two-dimensional, say like a circle, into a sphere. We're also going to turn a square into a cube. Now, if you were to think about dimensions, right? The second dimension, I hope this is flat, right? Now, the third dimension is what you're in right now, right? If you look around you, or if you look at yourself, you are rounded, you are not flat. So let's begin with our values. Now, with more pressure, you have a dark value. Now, with medium pressure, you have a very medium value, right? Almost like a gray. Now, with barely any pressure at all, you have a very, very light value. Now, if I were to show this going from here to there, I would say, sorry, right now, it's almost like you're trying to draw through the paper. Now, as I let go of my pressure, it becomes lighter. Now, in the beginning of my drawings, I don't have an eraser with me. You may use an eraser, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to draw with this value because let's say if you're drawing and you make a mistake, it can easily be erased, okay? So let's draw the circle first, and then we'll draw the square, and we'll turn those shapes into a sphere and a cube. So let's start off with the circle. So what I like to do is I like to draw very, very lightly several circles. Now what you'll notice is as I'm drawing these circles, I'll find the perfect circle within this, right? If you do this, right? I mean, it could get close to perfect, but if you were to very, very quickly start drawing, and you could sculpt it your own way, eventually you'll find that circle. So let's do that right here. Okay, clean up this side right here. Now, with everything, I want to add my background, so here's my line for that. So let's say my light is coming from here, shining this way, right? My value, my light's going to be here, and my shadow is going to be here. So let's start off on this side right here. And let's add that value. Now notice how I'm not doing this because that's flat. Now this is a sphere. So like a basketball, baseball, soccer ball, it's rounded. So my value, my shading is going to be rounded as well. Okay? So let's do that. Now you have several options on how to blend your values. Now you can use your finger, which I don't suggest that because it could get dirty. You could use a napkin, it's really up to you. Or you can do what I'm doing and just very, very gradually just kind of round it out. Now, for the sake of time, right, because I could do this all day. For the sake of time, I'm going to use my finger. I don't want these videos to ever be too long. I would rather you draw. So I'm going to use my finger and very, very lightly clean that up just a little bit. Now that is a pretty good base, right? So I'm going to keep adding that value to this side. Okay. And again, I'll come back in with my finger just to add just a little bit more. So what I want to do now is I want to show you guys, so my light's coming here, then my value, right? The value of my shadow is going to be right here. Right? So notice how, let's say with this one, I'm not doing this because then that means that our object is floating. So let's say with this one, I'm not doing because that's the shadow of, let's say, a cone, right? So have it connecting to something, right? If you see my pencil, or let's take our pencil. My pencil is right here. The shadow is casted at the bottom, right? But it's connected to my object. So let's come over here. Let's just add that value right here. Remember, my value of the shadow should never be darker than the object, because the object has weight, right? The object has weight. Shadow is weightless. Shadow is just the light that gets put on the object and what is casted from this light. But this has no weight. This does. So remember, the object always is going to be darker. Now, if you can master this concept, everything in my class will be, it's going to be difficult, but if you can master this, that's the basis of my class. Okay, so that is our sphere. Right? And we can come in, we can work on that a little bit more. Now, let's work on a cube. So let's start, and this is going to be a little difficult in the beginning, but let's just draw almost like a diamond. Now, I'm not looking for perfection with this. I'm just looking for you to understand the concept. Okay, boom. Okay. Now, we're going to bring this down. We're going to bring this down. And we're going to bring this down. Okay. Now, we're going to connect this to this. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. There we go. Now, let's add our horizon. So right here, now remember this, right? So let's go right here. You can turn your pencil to the side, and let's do it very, very quick. Let's try to stay in the lines. This will be the side that has the most value, right? Now the top will be the light, and right here will be medium value. This is a little bit darker so you can make sure you sense the difference. Maybe add a little bit of value right here. Maybe use your finger and just add just a little bit of value. Okay. Clean up this line right here. Clean up this line right here. And there you go. So let's have this line right here. 1, 2, and then right here we're going to have it connecting. And this is a little tricky. We're going to have it connecting right here. Now remember, our value of the shadow can never be as dark as the object itself. So this is going to be just a quick little. If you have to go over some of your lines and make sure that's the case, that is okay as well, okay? So these are shapes. Remember, you can use your eraser at any time. If you need my help, come to my desk. I want you guys to work on these. It's good to see you.